Hey everyone, this is Andrew from Investigator Advice. In this video, we'll be doing a review of the CamRom 720 Wi-Fi IP security camera. Looks like this. Okay guys, so I've unboxed the camera and I'm going to test it out. I'm going to see what the video's like, I'm going to see what it can do, and I'm going to see who the camera's good for. So if you hang tight, you'll see some of the video from the camera, and I'm going to commentate on it and let you know if it's any good. All right, let's take a look. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and go to your phone and click on the AIC app. When you open it up, you'll see that I've already assigned it a name, the camera on my app, and I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And it opens up the vertical screen, and this is what the vertical screen will look like when you're on it. I personally like the horizontal screen. So if you want to check out your options on the camera, you're going to go ahead and click on Edit Camera. And this is going to bring you to your menu, your editing, kind of like your editing menu. And it'll give you some options. Most of the options are done in advanced settings. So that's what you want to go ahead and click on Advanced Settings. Once you click on advanced settings, you can see that they have video settings. You can modify your security code at the top there. There's also Wi-Fi settings. That's get on the right network. Your event settings, it says motion detection. Also your recording settings. I've mostly tried to leave it on full time. I'm not quite sure how everything works. You can also set the time zone, and it gives the device information. If you can go to video settings here, you can see that it shows video quality, video flip. If you click on that, it gives you options, you know, maximum, high, medium, quality. I just left it on max. You can flip the image, make it mirror. It's just basically how you want to view the image that's coming on your screen. And this gives you some options for your environment mode. I just have left it at the one that they had on the top there, the indoor 50 hertz. I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you, but that's just kind of what I left it at. There's your managing your Wi-Fi networks there. And motion detection, again, this is another thing that I couldn't figure out while I was using the app. I didn't know for sure it was working, and it was quite a task to figure out whether I was videotaping or not. Again, you have your time zone area where you can pick your time zone so it'll show the proper timestamp. So I went to view an event on the camera, and on this occasion I was able to view video that I had recorded from the camera. And so it just played along here, and there's not really much to see because nothing was happening during that time when I was videotaping. Son, lift your left hand. And this is what the horizontal view looks like on the camera. I had my son come out here and I gave him some commands. Put your left hand down for me. Thank so I can show you how long it took for him to respond when I asked him to raise his arm. So here's this. Okay guys, before I go any further, I just want to explain how this camera works in regards to hooking up to your phone or to your internet. So basically it can do two things. So first, it can hook directly to your camera. What it does is the camera basically emits like a Wi-Fi signal. You connect your phone to the camera and you have a direct connection. You are viewing, basically it's the camera to the phone. There's no in-betweens. And the distance is limited. It's about 15 to 20 feet, at least with my phone. I have a Samsung Galaxy 5, I think. And then there's the second option. And that one is to connect the camera to your internet, and then your phone will connect to your camera through the internet connection. That one gives the biggest amount of range. Basically you're going to have your router in the middle and your camera wherever, and then your phone wherever, and as long as you're in connection with the router, you're going to be able to see the video. That is the best option for the house, in my opinion. The phone option is for when you're not at home, you're somewhere else. That's maybe you're in your car, or you're doing something else with the camera. That's how that might work. So to provide some perspective, I mean, this is my thumb, and it's just a little bit bigger than that for the IP camera. Just want to show you a few things on the back of the camera. We have the on-off button here, switches back and forth. This is where the micro SD card goes into. This is where you the charging cable goes into. Then you flip this up. I'll show you that. And this is where some of the camera information is on. You're going to need this information for when you open up the app and start to enter that information so it can connect with the camera. This number here, which you hopefully can't see very well, is going to be important. Also, this default password. In order to make sure you have the right UID number, what I ended up doing was scanning this little barcode here, and you can get an app to scan that, and that'll give you the number that represents right here. Moving to the front here, we have our camera here, and you also have this button here which changes from connecting to your phone to the internet connection in your home from the router. And if you notice, it's on a stand which is magnetic and can be separated. See that? One of the problems that I found is that whenever I stick it at any different angle, it kind of falls down. It doesn't want to stay, even though it's very powerful, it doesn't want to stay in one spot. But you could definitely just, if you had some metal, you just attach it to that anywhere you're at. Okay guys, we'll wrap it up here. I just want to tell you that this is the type of camera that I can envision somebody using to check on their kids, they have it maybe a camera set up in their bedroom, and just to make sure that they're up to no riffraff, or maybe different parts of your home that you want to keep an eye on while maybe you're in the back of the house, in the office doing work. No matter what, you have to be in the area of this camera. That's the only way it's going to work. You're going to be viewing it on your phone or maybe your tablet. I don't know what you're going to be using on, but either way, you have to be in the vicinity. You're not going to be at Safeway down the road there and being able to view your camera that's in your home. So let's go over the pros and cons, and I'm going to go over the pros first. So first of all, I like its size. It's small, compact. You can literally stick it in your pocket and take it wherever you go. In regards to video, I think it did okay. I mean, it does as well as it's going to do for the type of camera it is. This isn't a Sony, this isn't a Canon, and we've talked about this kind of stuff before. You're going to get average video with this kind of thing, but I can still identify people in the video. You can see I have the video of my son, and he's clear as day in a well-lit area like the kitchen there. And in the night video, you can clearly make me out and tell there's somebody in the room and what I'm doing. I'm moving around. So that's important. That's kind of like the main point of these types of cameras. The audio, even though we haven't talked much about it, is good. You can clearly hear words and things that are being said in a room. It picks it up just fine, and when you're monitoring on your phone or your tablet or whatever you're monitoring on, you're going to be able to hear it just fine. The price, I'm actually going to put that as a pro as we record this. That camera is going for a little over $50, and it's a decent buy. And one of the last things I kind of enjoyed is, I like monitoring the video on my phone. Sometimes it would kind of glitch out and I could reconnect really quickly. That wasn't a big deal for me. I like being able to have the options of changing the type of video on it, even though I don't completely understand how everything on the app works. Alright, so let's talk about a few negatives that I like, and these aren't horrible negatives, they're just some of the things that I had concern about. My first concern was when it's not plugged in, it only has about an hour of video time, so you'll be able to run it for about an hour unplugged. Another thing is that when it's plugged in and running for a long period of time, the camera will get warm. I've read other reviews where it says the camera will actually shut down if it gets too hot. I never ran it that long, so I didn't have that experience, but just be aware that that could possibly happen. Another negative is that even though the directions were very clear on how to get the connection started with the camera and your phone, it didn't explain anything after that. So I found myself kind of fumbling through the app trying to see what was going on, and I still haven't completely figured it out. I don't know for sure if I'm videotaping or not, and that for someone who wants to know that they're videotaping on the camera at any given time, it's important to know in the instructions how to do that. Okay guys, that wraps it up. I want to thank CamRom for letting me review their camera. I really enjoyed it, and it's definitely an interesting camera. I haven't been able to play with too many like that before, but I hope to do more in the future. I'm going to go ahead and put an affiliate link for this camera if you're interested in checking it out. And so what you do is just go down to the notes in this video, and there'll be a little link to it if you want to go ahead and pick one up. I'm also going to have a written review, and I'll have a link to my website in the notes as well that'll take you to a little more detailed version of this review. Thank you again, CamRom, for the opportunity, and I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I will see you guys on the next one.